Black and White Network. We're going to be talking about The View in this show. As you guys know, Meghan McCain is no longer on the show. They have their permanent panel on there, all liberals, by the way, Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Holston. They have a problem. They are really trying to find someone to sit in the Republican/conservative seat on a permanent basis. They've had it with rotating people in and out. And why can't they actually find somebody to sit in that seat permanently? Well, really because they don't want a true conservative in that seat. They have stipulations that they want. And if somebody ends up being on that show completely, you know it's because they truly do not hold true conservative values, folks. So let's go over here to Politico. Politico Playbook. The View struggles to find a Republican. Now, you're probably thinking to yourselves, you know what? There's a bunch of Republicans out there. They can just go out there. They should have no trouble finding one. But we're going to get into why they're struggling. It's because they have certain stipulations, and whatever Republican they bring on needs to check a bunch of boxes. Essentially, guys, they pretty much want another liberal sitting in that seat. Here we go. Before taking off for the holidays, the four long-standing hosts of The View had a message for executive producer Brian Teta. We're tired of the rotating cast of Republican guest hosts. When Meghan McCain departed in August, Teta initially told The Wrap that he was, quote, taking a little time to find a replacement. Since then, ABC has tried out a variety of conservative fill-ins, including S.E. Cupp, Alyssa Farah, Morgan Ortagus, Condoleezza Rice, Carly Fiorina, and Gretchen Carlson. Nearly 6 months in, the show has yet to settle on a permanent replacement. And now, the longtime co-hosts Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, and Sunny Holston are upping the pressure to pick a successor and voicing their displeasure at having to introduce new guest hosts week after week in a seemingly endless process that they find disrupted to the flow of the show. Quote, right now, we still do need a really conservative voice, Holston told New York Magazine in November. Quote, and we need someone that's not duplicative of anyone else on the panel. According to a spokesperson for The View, the program will continue to audition potential hosts in the new year, bringing some women back for a second turn. Farrell will return in January, and the show will bring in other big names like Bari Weiss and Lisa Ling, neither of whom exactly fit the conservative label, while the network continues to conduct focus groups on the audience's reaction. Lisa Ling conservative? I do not think so at all. I really don't. You see, folks, they really want someone that is a liberal with the conservative/Republican label. And you know what, guys? I got a perfect fit. I think this person would actually probably check off all the check marks, to tell you the truth. But there's a problem right now because this person is actively in Congress right now. But we'll get to that. Sources close to the show said that the search has stalled as executives struggle to find a conservative cast member who checks all the right boxes. Here we go. Listen to this. They will not consider a Republican who is a denier of the 2020 election results, embrace the January 6th riots. Who out there has actually said that the riots on January 6th was a good thing? I can't find anybody on either side that said what happened on January 6th was a good thing, but I digress. Or is seen as flirting too heavily with fringe conspiracy theories or the MAGA wing of the GOP. See, this is all about Trump. They want a never-Trumper. But at the same time, the host must have credibility with mainstream Republicans, many of whom still support Donald Trump. You know who I think should actually fill that seat, folks? But the problem is this person is in Congress right now. I believe Liz Cheney would be the perfect fit. Liz Cheney, for one thing, needs to be primaried. She is a traitor. Okay. She checks all of the boxes for what the liberals on The View want. She should actually fill that seat because the Republicans have pretty much ousted her. So now here's the thing. But they said that the host must have credibility with mainstream Republicans. The Republicans, though, have pretty much excommunicated Liz Cheney. They have essentially said you are no longer a Republican. But other than that, she checks all of the boxes. She is a never Trumper. She is a puppet of the Democrats. And that's exactly who they want. It goes on. The problem is that they bring in people on the under the mantle that is women, woman is a conservative when they're never Trump, so they don't represent the country, said one of the rotating guest hosts. At the same time, the anti-Trump conservative can't be seen as too chummy with the other co-hosts, as the network's market research shows that the audience wants to see the women spar. Sources said that this has hurt the chances of Ana Navarro, a regular fill-in on the conservative chair, who worked as a surrogate for Joe Biden in 2020. Ana Navarro is no conservative. She is a Democrat. Let's just call it what it is. I don't care what title she has. She calls herself a Republican and a conservative. No, she's not. She has been campaigning for socialist Democrats. She is a Democrat. Let's just be clear. She is perceived by the producers as too friendly with the other hosts and not a traditional Republican because she's not a Republican. She's not. Ana Navarro is a Democrat. Oh boy. Quote, they're really looking for a unicorn, said a former show staffer. They want someone who is going to fight, but not too hard because they don't want it to be ugly and bickering. You know what? Why don't they just go over to Ana Navarro because she still has that Republican title. She's a never Trumper. And just tell her, just fake it, just go toe to toe with the other liberal hosts. But the problem is her views are the same as them. That's the problem right there. They don't want a true conservative. They really, really don't. I'm not even going to read the rest of this. It gets pretty lengthy right there. You get the gist of it though, guys. They don't want a conservative. They want really a liberal Democrat. I wish that they would just come out and say, you know what? We want a liberal Democrat. But you know what? Guys, they ran off Meghan McCain, and Meghan McCain is a never Trumper. Never Trumper. But let me go back here because Meghan McCain quit The View over unhinged work environment and Joy Behar fight. I couldn't stop crying. McCain said she decided to leave the show after having a panic attack and crying during a commercial break after a co-host said she didn't miss her on her maternity leave. So I don't know why these conservatives, so-called conservatives, they want to get all buddy with these socialist liberals. These socialist liberals hate you. And Meghan McCain, I guess she had to learn the hard way. But what other kind of Republican is actually want to go on this show? Because if you go on the show, the perception would be that you're really just a puppet for the Democrats. And if you are truly a conservative, you wouldn't take this job. And by the way, guys, over 71% of Republicans believe that the election is stolen, and they want somebody that doesn't believe that the election was stolen. They're going to have a hard time finding somebody that's going to check all of these boxes, folks. They aren't. They might as well just get another Democrat or just leave Ana Navarro on there permanently. She's another perfect fit because she's not a true conservative. She's not a true Republican. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.